The rain was a relentless drumming against the window panes, a familiar sound that usually brought a sense of comfort. But not tonight. Tonight, every shadow seemed to stretch a little too far. Every creak of the old house was a whisper in a language I didn't want to understand. It started with a knock. Soft, at first. Tap, tap, tap. I froze, my hand hovering over my teacup. It was at the front door. Who would be out in a storm like this? I told myself it was just a branch, a trick of the wind. I waited, heart pounding a frantic rhythm against my ribs. Silence. I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding. Then it came again. Knock, knock, knock. Louder this time. More insistent. Not a branch. This was deliberate. A cold dread trickled down my spine. I crept to the door, peering through the peephole. Nothing. Just the rain-slicked porch and the writhing silhouettes of the trees. I unlocked the door, pulling it open just a crack. The wind howled, throwing icy rain in my face, but there was no one there. I slammed the door shut, the bolt sliding home with a heavy thud. My mind was racing. A prank. Kids. But the feeling of being watched was undeniable. That's when I heard it again. But it wasn't from the door. Knock. 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 It was coming from upstairs. From my bedroom. Every instinct screamed at me to run, to get out of the house. But I was paralyzed, rooted to the spot. It was my house. My sanctuary. Who was in my room? Slowly, I made my way up the creaking stairs, each step a lifetime. The knocking stopped. The silence that followed was somehow worse. I pushed open my bedroom door. The room was empty, just as I'd left it. The window was locked. The closet was shut. There was nowhere to hide. I checked under the bed, my heart a wild thing in my chest. Nothing. I was about to dismiss it as my frayed nerves, a product of the storm and the solitude. Then the knocking started again. And this time, it was close. So close. Knock. 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 It wasn't coming from the door, or the window, or the closet. It was coming from the wall right behind my head. Knock. 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 I scrambled away, pressing myself against the opposite wall, my eyes wide with terror. The sound was inside. Inside the walls. Knock. 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 It was getting louder, faster, a frantic, desperate pounding. It was everywhere now. In the walls, in the floor, in the very air around me. My hands flew to my ears, but it did no good. Because the sound wasn't just in the room anymore. The final, horrifying realization dawned on me as the knocking echoed not in my ears, but in the hollow chambers of my own skull. Knock. 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 It was inside me.